Hi, my name is Tracy Pepe. You've got me here at the Scented Lair. Thanks very much for joining me. And today we're going to be talking about tea tree oil. Now, most people know the therapeutical aspects of tea tree oil. Today, I want to talk about the diffusion aspect of it and what it does in a space and how does it make you feel. For those of you who are new to my channel, thanks very much. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are coming back, it's always great to see a subscriber joining and supporting local. I really appreciate it. So tea tree oil actually has a very unpleasant odor. It is not one of the favorite oils, and I actually don't like working with it. Surprise! It actually is very medicinal, has a very unique sharpness to it. A lot of therapeutic properties to the oil, and that's why people use it as part of a first aid. The only reason I would use tea tree oil is for deodorizing. It would deodorize heavy odors such as fish or foot odors or just really heavy odors. So I would mix it, and there are ways you can use any kind of odor products. You can put them in cleaning products, such as, there's a video for that. I always dilute it in a tablespoon of liquid dish soap. There's an antibacterial, an antifungal, and an antiviral property to these oils. It is one of the most common essential oils, I would say, other than lavender. It is something that got Health Canada particularly red flagged it because people were overusing it and putting it too much directly on kids' bites and using it as an end-all be-all of first aid. And it is helpful, and for sure it helps with things like insect bites. However, there's not a lot of clinical research on the competitiveness and of how it impacts when you're using it for insect bites or preventing mosquito bites or black fly bites. And when you're going into the forest and you're trying to prevent any type of bite, I would highly recommend that you use something that has been tested or at least has gone through the process. It is wonderful as a first aid, for sure. It's used when you have cuts or bruises or anything along that line, and it works really nicely. Do not put it directly on skin of animals. It is not helpful. In fact, the American and Canadian Veterinarian Association saw a spike with essential oil use, specifically tea tree oil, because they thought it was people who were using natural remedies for ticks, fleas, parasites. You cannot put any essential oil on an animal. It is really hard on their skin, and their liver does not metastasize the essential oil similar to humans, for example. They lick it, it's quite concentrated, and most animals are quite sensitive, especially on their feet or their paws and their fur. So please do not put essential oils ever directly on an animal. Breathing them in, if you use them as a diffuser, as long as you only are using like 4 to 6 drops, it will work perfectly fine. It is healthy. There has been no clinical reports or anything that we have noticed of people or dogs, cats, animals breathing essential oils in. I have used essential oils with pets all my career. I've always had them around in my labs and with areas that we sent, and we've never had an issue. I make sure though it's small amounts. The one thing I will say, animals are picky, and things like tea tree oil is quite strong for them, and you may find that the animal avoids the area. And I've heard of individuals who use tea tree oil to wash out kitty litter boxes, and then the animal doesn't go back and use the kitty litter box because the odor gets inside the plastic. Cats have a hypersensitivity and they don't use it. So everything has a good and I guess a bad side, and you have to work with it and be practical. Anyway, my name is Tracy Pepe. Thanks very much for joining me here at the Scented Lair, and I look forward to talking to you again.